Welcome back, my agents, to another episode of The Insured Gamer, and look at these graphics. It's so freaking smooth and absolutely sexy. I'm so happy. I finally got the graphics to look so good on my computer. It's been a long time. Listen, okay? Okay? It's been a long time. And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Why can't you complete a freaking game? I know. I know. We played Skyrim for a little bit. I get it. I understand. But I just want to let you know what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks and what the channel's, I think, going to move towards. We're going to see. So, yeah, if this is something you're looking for, and we're going to talk a little bit about Satisfactory and Update 1.0. If this is something you're looking for, please stick around and stay tuned.
Be strong.
All right, so we're here in Satisfactory Update 8. Yes, sirree, Bob. Oops, ooh, fell off the thing. So I want to talk about two things today. One thing is how to get OBS to work if you're wanting it to work in Satisfactory. There was one thing that kept me from recording, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I think I recorded, golly, it was probably like, goodness, it might have been 2 years ago. I tried to record Satisfactory, and I would have. This game probably would have started back in Satisfactory a long time ago, but I didn't record because there was one setting that kept me from recording, and I finally figured it out. So, if you're recording Satisfactory and you want to know the settings for OBS, then please stick around, and I'll tell you at the end of the video. Second thing, number 2, this is Update 8 for Satisfactory. This channel, I think I wanted to go in the direction of Satisfactory, and I say this not willy-nilly, because I know. My general thing for games is like play 3 episodes, say that this is the greatest game that's ever been created, and then like 3 episodes in, I'm like, I'm done, and I go on to the next game to 3 episodes in, and then go on to the next game. Yeah, and wash, rinse, and repeat kind of thing, you know? You know what I'm saying? But I think that I have finally found the settings. But with that said, I've done a lot, obviously, off-screen. I mean, I play this game in my spare time just because it's fun. I mean, look at all this. Just look at this absolute mess of a place. But dadgum, it looks good to me because I know every little bit to it. But with that said, I don't think I'm going to do any recording. I might, but I don't think I'm going to do a recording of Satisfactory right now because Update 1.0 is about to drop. And it actually, there's a couple of videos online. If you go to the Satisfactory, I think it's Coffee Stains, is the people who make this game. But they released a couple of videos, and they basically went over a guide on how to what's going to change if you have previous saves on here. And there was one big change that I actually had just gotten to in the game that honestly is going to kind of not destroy, but it's going to change a lot of this stuff. And honestly, playing this game for, I don't know how many hours I've got in it. Let's see. I think on Steam it shows you, I think, only 118 hours. So, which is not very much. But anyways, what was I saying? At one point, oh yeah. So how far I'm into the game? There's several changes. One's going to be made to the storyline, is going to be updated, and they told you on this YouTube video, and I think I'll put a link in the description of this where they say what's going to change, and one of them is the storyline. And I don't want to miss out on any storyline just because it was said that it's not going to be a big storyline. Like, if you're more about crafting, and I say crafting, if you're more about the mechanics of the game and don't really care about the story, you know, you're good on that. However, with this, I think I still want to get that experience. I want to get that storyline in there. And so I think I'm going to start that over. I want to start that over. Another thing is, which we actually just left, but trains in this game, how to make trains is going to differ. It's not going to be the same anymore. And if you look over here, what I'm pointing to now, there's a big, I started kind of this big factory, you know, Satisfactory. I started this big factory, all to make trains. And so all of this is for naught. Like it's none of this is, it's all worthless now. This factory that I've built is worthless. And I'm going to be honest with you. This little machine right here, it is the one that comes from, and this, I built this for that machine. I built all that. I built this over here. I built that over there. You can see all of these conveyor belts running into this factory, all to make this blasted machine that they say is not going to, basically is worthless. I mean, it's not worthless, but still the purpose in which I built it, it's not going to work as intended anymore. So this whole thing is pointless. all the factories that I set up around this area to build this one machine, to make this one thing, now that recipe is going to be gone. So and what is it? It's, I think, heavy modular frames, I believe. Again, link will be in the description on what is going to be used now, but this was making my heavy modular frames. And apparently heavy modular frames aren't, it's not that they're not going to be useful anymore, it's just that they're not going to be used for the same thing, from what I understand. So again, go watch that video. The dude from Coffee Stains kind of goes over it a little bit more. And yeah, so I think I want to wait for update 1. I would even say for those looking to buy the game, you know, should you buy this game? Yes. Should you wait for update 1.0? I would say yes, with the caveat of go ahead and buy it, because I don't know if the price is going to be jacked up when they get to 1.0. Who knows all that stuff, you know? They definitely, even on update 8, they have added a lot more stuff. Like these telephone poles, I love them. Oh, I love these telephone poles, or not telephone, but power lines. It makes it to where you can just go way across instead of building these little tiny telephone poles all the way across your island. You know, so there's a lot of stuff in this world that I have that update 8 and 1.0 are going to basically make obsolete. And I would really like to, I would like to get that under control, in a sense, because like I made a lot of this stuff in different updates, and so I have one of these little power poles going all the way from this factory, all my coal factory, all the way over there, when I just could use, it's just a cluttered mess. But that's a part of the game. That's a part of Satisfactory. That is a draw to Satisfactory, is that you make stuff and it looks cluttered, and 99% of the time, even when I go and make a new save file, you're gonna start over. You're gonna tear things down. You're gonna rebuild. Here's a highway to nowhere, by the way, that's going somewhere. But a lot of these things are, you know, you're gonna tear it down, and so you're gonna start over. But that's my play style. Like my play style is I'm ready to tear this one down anyways, because it's not that I'm not happy with it. It's just I know that I haven't caught up with the updates, and I think I'm ready to go ahead and tear this down so I can start fresh with 1.0. A lot of comments though on y'all. You should look at the so link's going to be in the description of the Coffee Stains video. A lot of comments were like, yeah, this video, that if you go watch it, like the Coffee Stains video, that video was the determining factor on whether they were going to restart the game or not. And a lot of them were like, yeah, we're going to restart the game, because it changes the way that you build stuff. Like, you built things for a reason. Honestly, I am super proud of this building, by the way. And it looks like an utter crap. It's just crap. But I'm excited to get back into it in 1.0. 1.0 drops on September 10th, I believe. Hopefully it won't be delayed any. But I am and would love to do a lot of, what's this? Oh yeah, configure it. Yeah. Yeah, my power grid's broken also. But yeah, I want to configure it in a little bit better, and I want to be from the beginning. I want to be a little bit more organized. This is where I started out over here, and then I started from there. There's also a lot of tips and tricks that you can learn online as well that I want to do. Like building things, like holding certain buttons can make you align to the world instead of just doing random stuff. So yeah, 1.0 is coming. I think I'm gonna start doing a lot of stuff with that in about 2 weeks, I think is when it drops, and start recording there. Another reason, and again why I stopped playing Satisfactory and played it more off screen than on screen, is because blasted OBS settings. I could not figure out. You see how, oh golly, man, it's still so good. How the recording is so smooth, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. But there was one setting that changed the whole thing for me. Maybe 2 settings if you want to count that. So if you're recording in OBS, and this is the one game that is like screwing you over, because it was me, it stopped me from recording for 2 years. There's one setting in OBS that that is the main shtick. So if you go into OBS here, no, it's not OBS. Sorry. One thing in Satisfactory, excuse me. So if you go in the settings for Satisfactory, go to the options, video, it's this right here, max FPS, frames per second. It automatically sets it to infinite FPS. Also, this windowed, it's on full screen, but if you set it to windowed, those two, and listen here, don't ask me why. Those 2 things are what screwed me over trying to record. And in fact, I think that I want to say I started recording, golly, back, I'll have to go into my YouTube to see when I started recording this. It was all the way back in freaking, it was one of the first things that I started recording back in December 2022. And we're over here on August 28th, 2024. So 2 years ago, I wanted to create Satisfactory videos, but didn't because it just didn't let me. Because because of that one blasted setting. And that's honestly, I liked Satisfactory back then, and the channel might have gone in that direction. Probably not. And I say this even now, you know, and again, you've seen all my you've seen videos. If you've ever been a part of this channel for any amount of time, you know that I switch games like it was, you know, breakfast. Not even breakfast, more like dinner, because I feel like breakfast, sometimes you have cereal the same, you know, the next day. But at least dinner, you don't, you know, you have something different for dinner every night. You know, some people, most people. Anyway, so we might try Satisfactory. I'd love to make some tutorials. Golly, I would love to make some tutorials. Love to just have a building, like a campaign, not a campaign, but you know what I'm talking about, like a series. So yeah, because there's a lot to this game. This game is just good because, and I'm telling you what, it's a grindy game, but it is, it's just so good because I don't know what the right word is. when you do something and you produce a little bit of, like, I mean, nothing's running right now because my power's down. But when you produce a freaking stack, just a stack of pipes and screws, it just feels good. You know, it feels good knowing that you did all that. You created the blasted building that did it. So, anyways, I think this is the direction the channel might be going. So you might not see anything for about 2 weeks or so, which, you know, shoot, there's been months and months when I haven't recorded before. But I think this is the direction that I want to go with the channel, is more Satisfactory. Now that I've gotten the settings where I want them, and now I'm able to record, I mean, shoot, there might be even more stuff that I'm able to bring to the channel, you know, to make it just look better now that I got the blasted settings right. Golly, I'm just so happy. It was just this one button that I was like, oh, here it is. Anyways, so this is yeah, this has been the Insured Gamer. This is kind of, I just wanted to give y'all an update, what's happening, where I'm wanting to go with this, what I'm wanting to do. I'm excited about Satisfactory 1.0 dropping. I'm excited that I got the settings right for recording. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So yeah, I hope you stay tuned though to see if there's anything else coming down the pipelines. I say anything else, but when we do hit Satisfactory 1.0, getting rid of all this, starting fresh, you'll be here day one to see the episodes drop. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Insured Gamer. Until next time, stay safe out there.